Last time we talked about inscribed angles, where here we have a tangent line and a secant line, and we can kind of treat this kind of like an inscribed angle. The reason being is because the measure of that angle is going to equal half of the arc that it creates. So for example, angle 1 is creating arc BA. So we can label this as angle 1, the measurement of angle 1 is equal to half of the measurement of arc BA. And we can do the same thing for angle 2. The only difference is we have to be a little bit more careful on how we label arc for angle 2. Because if we just say BA, then we can confuse it with going the opposite way, as same as angle 1. So for angle 2, we say angle 2 is equal to half of the arc measure of major arc BCA. Okay. And so if we label it as BCA, now we have no choice but to actually start at B, go towards C, and end up at A. And so here are some practice problems. So the first one, it says, find the measurement of angle BDC. I'm sorry, DBC, which is this angle there. And so that's going to be equal to half of this arc BD. But we don't know arc BD. But what we do know is that opposite arc BED. And so we use the fact that we know that a full circle is 360 degrees. And so knowing that, we're going to do 360 degrees minus 192, and that's going to give us the arc measure of BD, which in this case is 168. And so once we know that the arc measure is 168, then to find the measure of angle DBC, we're going to take half of the arc that it creates, or half of 168, and so the measurement of angle DBC is half of 168, or 84 degrees. And so for the second problem, we're going to approach it the same way. So they're asking us for arc XY. Arc XY is there. Now we don't know that one yet, and we also don't know the opposite arc. But what we do know is that angle in there is 151, and that angle is opening up to this arc out here. And so remember how they're related. So we can say that angle WXY, the measurement of WXY, is equal to half of the arc that it creates, which in this case is going to be XZY, right? So from here, we're going to substitute in what we know. We know that angle WXY is 151, and we are looking for angle XZY. The reason we're looking for angle XZY is because once we know that angle, we can simply subtract that from 360 and it'll give us the arc that we want, which is XY. So from here, we're going to solve for that missing arc. To do that, we're going to multiply both sides by 2. And so on the left side, 2 times 151 gives us 302. On the right side, they cancel, and I'm left with the measurement of arc XZY. Okay, so once I know that that is the arc measure of XZY, then I can find this arc measure by doing 360 minus 302. And so when we do 360 minus 302, we're left with 58 degrees. So here the measure of arc XY is going to equal to 58 degrees.